We have a problem.
Hello and welcome. Today I am doing a reading about Byron Bay and all the disappearances and strange, mysterious deaths of locals and backpackers. And there was a majority of women from the research that I've done. But now there's no gender. There's men and women, locals and foreigners and backpackers. They're strangely disappearing. Some have never been found. Their bodies have never been found. And others, other bodies are found. And people are starting to question. People are starting to question this. So there's been, I think it was a few months ago, I watched on TV a documentary or something that was created. Yeah, a documentary that was created about this. How, I think it was, is the local mayor is questioning why this is happening. And authorities are saying it's not suspicious. And it's not being investigated. But there's rumours. There's rumours that there is a serial killer. Now, I did do a reading on Theo Hayes. He went missing in Byron Bay. And his body has never been found. And it wasn't until his family questioned it that it became public, because I didn't know anything of it. But apparently the murders started back in 1970. And one guy that I watched that gave out great information, he said that from 1970 to 2009, there was 67 mysterious deaths and disappearances in the Byron Bay area. Now, 2009, that was 6 years ago. There's probably more since then. When I watched this guy who has a crime channel who talks about stuff like this, I can't even remember who it was, otherwise I would give him a shout out. I looked at all the comments in the comments box, and my God, it blew me away at how many people had strange encounters, got away, thought they were going to be murdered, or just had really weird encounters around that area. Some say there's a serial killer. Some say there's a cult. When I did Theo Hayes' reading, I'll leave that in the somewhere where you can find it in the description or at the end of this video. I actually put it in the description. Yeah, when I did Theo Hayes' reading, the cards told me there was a killer. And there was more than one person involved. So today I'm going to ask, is there a serial killer? I'm going to use my deck. I'm going to see what the Mystic Crime deck has to say. And I will use Trisha James's deck, the investigation deck. Links will be down in the description where you can purchase these decks. I will use both decks to ask questions. And I might even use this deck because this one has a few cards in there that either these ones don't. Before we start, I just want to talk about my bracelets for those that are interested. Otter Spirit has a Black Friday sale and you can get 35% off, and I'll leave a link in the description of where you can purchase these beautiful, beautiful crystals. I have on the anxiety bracelets bundle. Sexuality came out. So there's something about someone's sexuality. Is this person, or have people gone missing because of sexuality, because of a sexual desire, is what I'm feeling. It's telling me that there is linked connections. Some cases there might be poison involved. There's a male energy. It's saying wound left your mark. So this card is telling me that maybe in some cases the victim fought back and left some sort of mark on the perpetrator. There is a weapon involved, and it's telling me there's significant trees or tree, or it's like bush land that this usually happens. What else can you tell me about this? There's a certain time. We've got to look at the time that all these are happening. Is it a certain time of the night time? Or there's something about the timing when this all happens, when this person does this. Or persons, we don't know yet because I haven't asked that question. We got motive. They have a motive. Is the motive because they have sexual desires? Who knows? There is some sort of motive behind it, and there is a cover-up. Do they cover up their tracks? There's something about something that's being covered up, or I'll have to ask that question. I asked that question about, is the authorities covering up something? But it's telling me here that they're going to solve this, which is great. I wonder if any of the cases have been solved. If you know any cases that have been solved, let me know in the comments. Okay, let's ask, who's covering up and what's being covered up? Who's covering up and what's being covered up? Okay, let's see. So we've got motive again. We've got someone creeping around, stealth movements, and a wound. There's wounds on this person. Could be on their face, or they've got scars. I'm just getting that feeling that there could be a scar on this person's face. So they're covering up their tracks. Okay. Stranger. They're a stranger. Is this the same person doing these murders or taking these people, these disappearances? Is it the same person? So could we call this person a serial killer? That one turned over. So we got this one. Lost. Creek. Held up. Oh my God, I got this with Theo Hayes. He was robbed. This is what this is. Held up like it's a robbery. Held up like it's a robbery. So this tells me that authorities are holding back facts about this. So creek and bushland tells me that this is the sort of environment that the person takes their victims to, and hangman tells me that they're being tied up, and I just got the feeling of strangulation then. Lost forever. So some victims are not going to be found at all ever. And held up like it's a robbery. I'm going to ask this deck, because we have serial killer in here. Do we have a serial killer on our hands in Byron Bay area and surrounding areas? Do we have a serial killer? Fire. Do we have a serial killer? So hotel, motel, organised crime. Do we have a serial killer in the Byron Bay area? Secrets. Do we have a serial killer in the Byron Bay area? Hidden. There's a hidden, there's secrets. Oh, and look, it came out. Serial killer. Oh my God. We have a problem. So, I'm just going to pull two more and then I'll read them. So, you've told me that we have a serial killer. Oh, that makes me feel like he's got mental problems. Couple, two people. So this is not good. I just got the feeling then that some of the victims have been burnt. And they have been hidden. Hotel, motel, I've got a feeling that when they're ready to do this crime, they stay somewhere close to where they want to get their victims. They organise this. It's an organised crime. And it's a big secret between these two people. Oh my God, this is sick. Wow. Yeah, I want to ask, do they live in the area? Oh, look, it came out straight away. Neighbourhood, they do. They live in the neighbourhood. They live in the Byron Bay area. But they don't stay at home when they do this. Got the feeling that they take their victims to a place, it's not their home, where it's very dark, there's no sunlight in there. It's like a shed or something. And intuition is telling me that we need to trust our intuition with this one. A lot of people are questioning it, and when you question it and you get the feelings, you've got to trust it. Show me what they do with their victims. Show me what they do to their victims. I'm going to take them out because they were falling out. Authority. Do they dress up like their authority? And then we got South. And I seen this in Theo Hayes's video, so please go and watch it. But I kept getting the South. He is in the South area. They drink. I'm getting the feeling that they dress up, or they act like their authority. Their secrets are going to be exposed. Wow. We've got corruption. There is rumours. And I got this card in Theo's reading. Somebody's going to be convicted. The truth is coming out. Look what we got. What I seen in the other deck. They have mental health problems. They move the bodies. They move the bodies. Okay. So, do they... Oh. So, yeah, there is a sexual desire here, because look what we've got. Rock Spider, PDF file. Empress, female energy. Maybe there's a couple, female and a male. I want to know, do they move the body, right? So what can you tell me about move the bodies? We've got social media. There's a lot of talk about this on social media. Maybe it'll get solved through social media. Fire. Okay. They take them to a place where no one goes. We've got poison. Maybe they poison their victims. And then, as I said before, fire, I could see that they burn either evidence or their victims. Okay. What else? And then I got, yes, that is correct. It's the right path. There's these strangers. The authorities are holding back information, facts. Some people will be lost forever. And what else? What about the people that have been found murdered? What about the people... There's a school. Is there a school in the area? Do they... Something about a school. Innocence. They're talking about children here, I feel. Innocence. I wonder if there's been any children go missing. What can you what are you saying here? Okay, so their home is near a school. Their home is near a school. And then we've got this one, rage and battles. Devil type energy. What else can you tell me? Things are hidden behind closed doors. Maybe there's these involved. Maybe they sell them. So what can you tell me about the Byron Bay murders? Stalker, narcissist, watches people. Convicted. Have they been convicted before? Been interviewed. Statement. They have a motive. Their movements are very creepy, and they do a lot of stalking on their own. There's a shed. That's what I was seeing. There's the shed. So the shed could be around water. What else can you tell me? No one goes there. We've got authority coming up again. Someone said in the comments of this video I watched that they got pulled over by a police officer. They were drink driving, smoking you know what. So they were off their chops. They were swerving all over the road, and the police officer pulled them over, told them to stop doing it. Dressed like a police officer, but in a different, I think it was a parka or spray jacket. And he just laughed at her or him and told them to stop doing it and let them go. She knew a policeman that worked in the area and told them, and they did some investigating and said that no police officers were in that area where she was driving. So do they dress up and pretend that they are authorities, that they're police? Evidence. So maybe the police have found evidence. Abusive and violent to their victims. They cause death and endings. And look at this one. They take them, they kidnap them. Oh my God, this is sick. What else can you tell me? And then some of them, they lay them to rest. They either bury or burn. That's what I got there, killer. So what can you tell me about the serial killer? There's marks left behind. They have a trail. They have a track. What else can you tell me about the serial killer in Byron Bay? Serial killer. They aggressively attack. That's what the other cards said. Taking a risk, and that she's on her own. Maybe they take a dog too. Temperance is telling me that they are very patient with their victims. They like to stalk and watch, is what I'm feeling there. Okay. So the other deck said that one of them stalks and watches on their own. Maybe they get someone else involved when they have to They take it further. They do the hold up, which is the robbery. And then it's all about timing. It's all about timing. They pounce at the right time is what I just got then. What else can you tell me? Then they put an end to the situation. Buried. There has been, especially with Theo Hayes, there's been digital data shown where his tracks, where he went. So this is what the authorities need to do is check everybody's digital data. There's hidden knowledge here. I just got then that the authorities are hiding the digital footprints. I had to get away. Powerful person involved. This card here gets me stuck. I'm a bit stuck with this card. Had to get away. Oh, I just got it then. My intuition just told me. I always get stuck with this card, but my intuition just told me then that they try to get away. They try to get away from this person that is very strong and powerful. And it's very hard when there's a group. There's more than one. I've seen two in the other card deck, but there could be more than that. What else can you tell me? Yes, they have strength behind them. And it's very hard for the victims to get away. Judgment. Harsh sentence. You feel like the victims go through hell. Okay, what can you tell me about the Byron Bay serial killer? What can you tell me about the Byron Bay serial killer? They organise their meetings with the missing person, and authorities are trying to put together the puzzle of how this is happening, how the meetings are happening, the meetups. Maybe they organise for them to get something off them. And then I did see that there's robberies. Cannot see clearly. People don't see clearly what is happening. This is what I'm getting. So there is some sort of organised meeting. The person, the victim, thinks they're going there for some reason, a certain reason. But then when they meet up, they're held up, they're robbed, or they think it's a robbery. And they cannot see this clearly. They didn't see this coming, is what I'm feeling. And authorities are trying to put these pieces of it together, these pieces of the puzzle together. Ringmaster. Someone, is it? Oh, it's a ring. An organised ring. Well-funded operation. Lots of money involved. What else can you tell me about this? Authority. I just got this weird feeling. Is authority involved with this ring? Okay. Distraction, not as it seems. Yes, that is exactly what I was sensing here. They think they're going there for this certain situation, but it's a distraction and it's not as it seems, because when they meet up, something else happens. Two crimes connected. So this tells me that there's more crimes connected. More crimes connected. Something was seen. Was there something seen? Did someone see something and they're not saying anything? What else can you tell me about something was seen? Tunnels or underground? I'm not sure what that's saying. What else is something was seen is saying? Someone's guilty here. Stalking being watched. Dark web recorded. Okay, I'm just going to ask, what was seen? Does anybody know anything? Has someone seen anything? Mind control in the neighbourhood. What happens in the dark? Abuse, neglect, serial killer, accomplice, partner in crime. Oh, this is very deep. Is all the disappearances and the murders the workings of this serial killer, or is some of them try to run away? Or is some of them just coincidences? A cult. Oh, Jesus. That says it all. That makes me, oh my God. Road. That makes me, that says it all. Look. So this has been happening since the 1970s. And I don't feel that one person has done everything, but has one person passed their knowledge or passed this horrible ritual down to other people so it can continue. That's what makes me feel like it's a cult. It gets passed down. Something's been passed down. So it continues. Well, I'll tell you what. The police better pull their fingers out, and the authorities, and get cracking with top-notch investigation, because this needs to stop. It's been happening for way too long. That's been happening for over 50 years. 55 years. No, 55 years in the wooded area. Perversion, watching, stalking. What else? Let's finish off with, what else can you tell me? It's a disaster. And it's, the cult's come out again. Fire is involved, and it's organised crime. Wow. That's scary. I've never been to Byron Bay, and I don't think I ever want to go there now. I have been to other areas around Byron Bay. But yeah, Tell me what you think about this reading. If you know any stories, leave your comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because a lot of my viewers watch my videos but they're not subscribed, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, because it doesn't take much to subscribe. It helps me out, helps me grow, helps me keep making these videos, and you get notified. And also comment. I love reading your comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.